Dadpreneur episode number 83, library edition actually. I'm at the public library. I had to get out of the house. It's too loud. It's Sunday morning. Well, see, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm at the damn library. I was here before the doors opened at 10 o'clock. Unbelievable. Had to get out of the house. Had to get some quiet. I like sitting in this little, got like a little study room. So I want to do a Dadpreneur episode. I went to a marketing conference yesterday here in Henderson. A guy that I've followed for years. I started following him in 2010. His name is Mario Brown. He's a big internet marketer. Very successful one. I've looked up to him for years. I've bought a ton of his courses and software over the years. He lived in Miami for years. We're the same age. Actually, no, he's a year younger. His birthday's on August 7th. Mine's on August 8th. And we met through a mutual friend last year, so now I'm friends with him. Pretty cool. So he lives here. He threw an event Friday, Saturday. I couldn't make Friday, but I made the event yesterday. And he had told me, take my gum out. He had told me earlier this week. He was like, hey, you know what, man? If you can't make it, don't worry about it. This is really geared towards like beginners. This is very like elementary. Internet marketing, he's like, you're going to know it all, I've been doing this 6.5 years, but, so I was like, no, you know what, I want to go, it's great for networking, I wanted to support him, I wanted to get out of the house, to be honest with you, so I went, all day, got there at like 8:45 yesterday morning, and stayed till like 7:30, 7:45, it was a long day of teaching, and the first takeaway I had in the very first session, I sat next to another buddy, actually, that lives out here in Vegas, didn't know he was going, we bumped into each other, and the first takeaway was, um, it was very elementary. It was stuff that I knew that I've known for years, and it's just common knowledge to me, but a lot of people were very new there. There were some people that had some experience, but there was a lot of people that were very new there, and their eyes kind of lit up, with a lot of the very basic stuff. To me, very basic. These people are green, they're new, they don't know internet marketing. If I went to, a lot of them work full-time jobs. If I went and to a conference for their profession, I'd be blown away by elementary stuff to them. So I I'm assuming you take this knowledge for granted. That's what I said. You're much smarter than you think is the title of this episode. And as you can see, I dropped the A from Smrter as like a joke. Um, so that was on purpose. I'm not that dumb. But you're much smarter. Whatever industry, it doesn't matter if it's internet marketing or you're in, it doesn't matter. Whatever industry you're in, that is very valuable knowledge to someone that's maybe just getting in the industry. Think to yourself, like, let's say you're in an industry for a year, just think back a year ago, what you know now to what you knew a year ago. That's very valuable information. You could help people. For internet marketing, small business owners, it's this stuff that might seem very simple to us, landing pages and email follow-up and automated email follow-up. Some of these people didn't really know that landing page, you download like a lead magnet, and then there's like an email follow-up sequence that you write one time and it just sends out on your behalf. Like I have a few of them out right now that are working 24/7. Some people there yesterday did not know you could do that, or they didn't know it was possible. Kind of they like lit up. So that's really elementary, internet marketing 101. So your knowledge is very valuable. Don't like discredit yourself ever. Like I said, I've been in it for 6 years, and so a lot of stuff, like I said, is very the stuff I learned 6 years ago that I forget people don't know. With all that being said, I also learned quite a bit as well. So it wasn't just rookie stuff or elementary stuff. I took away some really good stuff. I got some notes in my backpack here. Mario taught a lot about webinars. I don't have much experience with webinars. I've probably done 25 or 30 of them over the years. So I'm by no means an expert at all. A lot to learn. And Mario was going through, and I do a weekly webinar every Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning, a live webinar. And Mario had some great stuff. He's probably made over $1 million on webinars, and I learned a ton in the webinar section. So that was a huge takeaway for me. He also talked about live events. I've never ran a live. Oh, I've done some workshops, but I've never done like over 10 people, over 15 people probably. I've never ran anything over 15 people. So he was kind of talking about live events, and it was funny because at the beginning of the event, I texted my buddy Conrad. I was like, man, I'd like to do a live event. This looks really cool, He's up on stage, and got music playing, and he's got these funny videos that he plays during his slides, to kind of break it up, these like blooper videos. Really good. And I was like, man, this is a lot of fun. This would be a lot of fun to have an event, Probably not a 2-day event, like a 4-hour one, like an afternoon one. And then Mario got into how to do live events and the cost and the stress of trying to fill the event, and I guesstimate he had about $8,000 in upfront cost. No, no, not marketing. This is just the room, food, room, food. They supplied lunch. The AV equipment, he brings a lot of his own AV equipment. They had to rent a couple things, but room, food, and there's a couple other things. Hotel, they had to book a certain number of rooms and stuff like that. But it was about $8,000, and I would guess probably about $5,000 in advertising, and the stress of it all, of putting it all together. His wife does a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, but he's got to market it. He's got to fill the event. So a lot of this, you don't see that behind the scenes stuff, that stress. You just see the people on the stage, and he's selling from the stage. Um, for coaching packages, doing pretty well. I'm sure he made the money back plus some. But still, to put out all that money beforehand, that's got to be pretty scary, and maybe not filling the event as well. So that was very, very eye-opening, the live events part. And like I said, the webinar stuff. Met a couple guys. Actually met a customer, a guy that bought my Shopify course last year, and he just bought something else of mine in January, I think last month. Yeah. Just a few weeks ago, actually. I think it was a month ago, 3 weeks ago. He had recognized me, so that was super cool. That was an ego boost for sure. He recognized me. But that's the thing. You're smarter than you think you are. Again, this doesn't matter the industry. Internet marketing is what I know, so that's kind of what I'm referring to. But this internet marketing is extremely valuable information for any small business owner out there, like brick and mortar business owner, the pizza shop, the private detective, the dentist, the attorney, the plastic surgeon, the party store, the gas station. Gas station, I guess you could. They're pretty corporate, but just any small business owner out there, this internet marketing stuff is extremely, extremely, extremely valuable. And it might seem simple and elementary, but some of this simple and elementary stuff, just moving the needle just a bit for these offline business owners, these brick and mortar business owners, can make a huge, huge, huge difference. So, and that was what I liked about working with small business owners, was it was an ego stroke, or ego boost. Like some of the simple stuff. You tell them what you could do, and they'd be blown away. Like, really? They didn't know they could do that. So don't discredit what you know, especially with the internet marketing world. I see a lot of people, even if you're in 6 months, you still have a ton of value to offer someone that's not been in it at all. So don't discredit yourself saying, "Oh, I've only been doing it 6 months and I don't know enough." You're not going to know. What a lot of internet marketers, myself included, is I compare myself like to the top internet marketers, the Mario Browns, and then the other people, the ones doing millions and millions, and then I feel like an idiot, like I'm not as good as them. However, it's a small. Internet marketing is a very small community, and if you're 6 months into it, I would probably be willing to venture to say you probably know more than 99% of the people in the entire world. So think about that. Maybe you're not the best amongst your peers, of the people that have been doing it 5, 10, 15 years, but 99% of people you're probably better than. So especially small business owners, like I said, it's kind of an ego boost. So that was kind of my takeaway. That really was the first session. Was about retargeting. It's a lot of stuff I know. Not that I do it all. I know it all, but I don't put it all into practice for the retargeting. And I looked to my buddy Glenn, and I was like, I know all this stuff, and he was like, yeah, me too, But we picked up stuff like in other things. But the very first module or training was just kind of eye-opening, because some of these people had no idea how retargeting worked. Again, it was elementary to me, very basic for me, but these people didn't know. They're very, very new in the industry. So again, you probably know way more than you think you do. You take this knowledge for granted. Again, any niche, any industry, any field, whatever you want to call it. So you're smarter than you think you are, especially in internet marketing. Charge accordingly. You can really move the needle with small business owners with some of the very, very, very basic stuff, email marketing and things like that, generating leads and a landing page, lead magnet, and or coupon, if it's some type of a restaurant, and an email software. Those 3 things you can transform a lot of offline businesses. That's it for now. I'm trying to be quiet here. There's a lot of people around here, and there's no ceiling, so it's kind of weird to do this with my voice down. Usually I like to get a little more vocal. So that's it for now. The library edition of Dadpreneur, the first ever. There probably will be more. So that's it for now. Thank you.